Welcome to another crash course in mathematics. In this one we're going to look at long division. Now don't worry, I know it looks daunting, but if we just follow the process and just practice, I'm sure we can crack it. Okay, we're up to the big one now, long division. So don't worry if you don't get this straight away, this is difficult, okay? So what I'm going to try and do is show you the rules to follow, and then it will just be a case of practicing until you've got it. So one little trick that might be worth remembering with long division is the motto: does McDonald's sell Big Macs? DMSB. This will tell you the order which you need to do long division in. So does McDonald's sell Big Macs? These stand for divide, multiply, subtract and bring it down. Okay? Divide, multiply, subtract, bring it down. So for long division, you'd use long division when you've got a big divider, okay? So one of these. So 21, none of us really know our 21 times table that well. So we'd use long division to help us. So first of all, down the side, I would write my 21 times table. Now you can either do 21, 42, 63. You could write it down like that and work it out in your head. Or you take your first number and then you're going to add 2 every time down this one and add 1 every time down this one. So you've got 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, and down this side we've got 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So now we've got the start of our 21 times table, because it go 42, 63, 84, 105, 126. So can you see that's just an easy way just to work out your times tables instead of trying to work it out in your head what 21 add 21 is, add 21 is. Okay, you can do that with any number that you're dividing by. So the same as short division, we're going to write it out: 21, 9, 2, 4. So our first step, as you can see, is to divide. So we do how many 21s go into 9? Can we do it? We can't, can we? So we put a 0 there. Now, how many 21s can we get into 92? Let's have a look over this side. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4. That's the closest we can get, so it's 84. So we write 84 there. Okay. We are then going to write 1, 2, 3, 4, because that is how many 21s go into 84, up there. Now we're going to subtract. Can you see we're following our method? So we do 92 take away 84. So can you see this is where our subtraction comes into everything. There we go. So we do how many 84s? 92 take away 84, which will give us, oh hang on, so 2 take away 4, we can't do, can we? So we cross it out, carry the 1, so we've got 12 take away 8, take away 4, which will give us 8, and we leave it there. We then need to have a look back over here. We've got to bring it down, bring that down, so we've now got 84. So now we start the process all over again. How many 21s go into 84? 1, 2, 3, oh, we've got it, we've got 84. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. We write our 4 up at the top, but we want to make sure that we get to 0 at the bottom, because this will come in clear where we've got remainders later. So still, you're going to write whatever value you got there underneath, subtract, and that will give us to 0. So we know our answer is 44. Okay, so we're going to get slightly trickier now. Before, whenever we got to the bottom and we subtracted everything, we get 0 because there was no remainder. This time I'm going to show you what we have to do when we get a remainder. So I still write out the calculation, 4,798 divided by 22. I write down the 22 times table, so whatever number we're dividing by, down the side. And down this side, just as a reminder, I've got my does McDonald's sell Big Macs, divide, multiply, subtract, bring it down. So we still write it out exactly the same. 22. How many 22s go into 4? Can we do it? No, we can't. So we need to put a 0. Now, how many 22s go into 47? Let's have a look. 1, 2. We can't go any higher because that's too big. So we've got 2. Put our 2 up there and we write 44 underneath. Next we subtract. So we do 7 take away 4, which will give us 3, and 4 take away 4, which will give us 0. So now we bring it down. So now we need to see how close we can get to 39. So how many 22s go into 39? 1. Look, 44 is too big. So we've got 1. So we put our 1 at the top, we write our number underneath exactly the same as before. We subtract, so we do 9 take away 2, which will give us 7, 3 take away 2, which will give us 1, and we bring this number down. So this means that I will need to go slightly higher with my times tables, won't I? So we do, just carry it on. So we've got a 3 there, 2 there, 1, 5, 4, 1, 7, 6. There we go. So now we need to see how many 22s can get into 178. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we put our 8 there, and we write our number underneath as before. But look, we've run out of numbers. But don't worry, I'll show you what we do. So we do 178, take away 176, which will give us 2 left. So all we write at the side is remainder 2. And there's your answer. See, wasn't as tricky as we thought. Your answer would be 218, remainder 2. The only difference is you had a 2 left over, so you just need to write remainder 2. Okie doke, let's have a look at another one. We've got 580 divided by 12. So I've written my 12 times table down the side. 580 divided by 12. Okay, how many 12s go into 5? We can't do it, so we put a 0 there. Now how many 12s go into 58? So we have a look. 1, 2, 3, 4. We can't go any higher, so we've got 4. And what do we need to write here? That's it, we need to write this number. So we've got 48. Subtract, because we've done our divide, we've done our multiply, we now need to do subtract. So we do 8 take away 8, which gives us 0, 5 take away 4, which gives us 1, and then we bring it down. So now we've got 100. So we might need to go slightly higher, don't we? We need to go to 96. So now we see how many 12s go into 100. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Write our number underneath, take away, so that will leave us 4. So that is our remainder. We've got 48, remainder 4 as our answer, and that is that. Okay, now it is your turn. Don't panic. Okay, just follow the process. Write down your does McDonald's sell Big Macs down the side, divide, multiply, subtract, bring it down, and just take your time. Okay, like I say, just practice with these. So these are going to slowly get harder as you work through them. You've got 902 divided by 22 equals. This one won't have a remainder. You've now got 978 divided by 12 and 800 divided by 14. Remember, write whatever you're dividing by down the side first, then start working it out. Okay, I'll go through the answers in the next short video. Okay, let's have a look at the first one then. I hope you found them alright. We've got 902 divided by 22 equals. So we write it out as normal. We know that 22 can't go into 9, so we put our 0. We now need to do how many 22s go into 90. So we go and have a look. 1, 2, 3, 4. We can't go any higher. So we write our 4 there, write 88 underneath. We now subtract. So we've got 90, take away 88, which will give us 2. Our next step, bring it down. Now we do how many 22s go into 22. Now I don't think I'll need this, but just to show you, we do 22, that's 1. So we put our 1 at the top. Remember, we just want to make sure that we haven't got any remainders. So as long as we've got 0 at the bottom, that tells us. So our answer is 41. Let's have a look at the next one. We've got 978 divided by 12. So we write our 12 times table down the side. 48, 60, 72, 84, okay. Write it out here. We know that 12 can't go into 9. So now we do how many 12s can go into 97. Let me just go up one more again. Okay. So how many 12s go into 97? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So put our 8 there. Write our number underneath. Subtract. So that will take us to 1. We now need to bring it down. So we've got 18. Now how many 12s go into 18? 1. We can't go any higher because that's too big. So we put our 1 there. Look, everything is still lined up. So we've got our 1 there. We write our 12 underneath. Take it away. We've got 6 at the bottom instead of a 0. So what do we need to do? We write remainder 6. So your answer for that one is 81, remainder 6. Let's have a look at the next one. As I say, they are getting harder as they go down. We've got our 14s now. So write down 14 times table down the side. 30, 42, 56, 70. Right, let's leave it there for now. Write out 800 divided by 14. How many 14s go into 8? Can't do it. How many 14s go into 80? Oh, so we need to go, well, we don't need to go any higher actually, do we? So we do 1, 2, 3, 4,